You know, I wanted to talk to you about messages, and do spirits always have messages for us? And it's a difficult subject to talk about because sometimes spirits don't have messages for us. Sometimes they just love being around us. They just want us to know that they're around. They'll give us evidence that they're around us by telling us what we're doing, what we did days ago, what we ate, how we ate it, what we did. But at the end of the day, some spirits do not have a specific message for us. It's difficult because sometimes people come to see me for readings and they want answers on things that I can't give them, or any other medium for that reason cannot give them. I had a lady about 4 or 5 years ago that had come to see me who found out about her husband having an affair on her after he passed away. I guess an email had been redirected, and she had found this email. And after doing a little bit of digging, found out that her husband had had an affair for about 12 or 13 years. And this was very difficult because she had started seeing mediums and psychics to get answers. And then she was referred to me. And it was very difficult for me to do this reading for her because I didn't have the answers that she was looking for. She wanted to know why her husband had cheated. She wanted to know what was so special about this other person that wasn't so special about her. She had so many questions. I could see her heart was breaking. But could I answer those honestly? I couldn't. Spirit sometimes doesn't tell us these things. Sometimes spirit has gone through their karmic lessons on the other side, and they don't bask or suffer in the pain that we want them to. And trust me, sometimes we're pissed off with spirits and people when they die, and we yell and we scream at them. And I encourage people to get mad at their spirits. If they have something to say, they need to get it off their chest, because spirits will hear you. But do they share the same emotion? Will they feel guilty or sorry for the things that they did? I say no. Only because once a soul goes through, it no longer has that ego that's tied to it. So when they go through, they do go through their karmic lessons. They do repent for their sins. They do understand that the agreements that were made before coming here sometimes weren't the greatest. These soulmates are greatest teachers. However, we will not always get the answers that we want. Some spirits do talk, some spirits don't, because they know that if they were human, they did something wrong. But once they've crossed through, they don't feel bad anymore. They're just so happy to be around our energy. They're just so happy to be, celebrating the wonderful things that they had with us. They don't really dwell on the terrible things they did to us. And that really hurts some people because they want these people to pay for their sins even after they're dead. Does that happen? Yes. Karmically, I do believe that they do, go through their life lessons to the other side, and they do learn exactly what they should have done or not done. They do feel the emotions of those that they hurt as well as their own emotions, which is really wonderful. So they do understand what they've done. But the soul no longer carries guilt. It doesn't carry pain. It doesn't carry any of these things. And so I would say that, the best therapy for you, if you want answers and you're not getting them from a medium or a psychic, or if you find that the answers are really far fetched, I'm telling you, make sure that you see someone that's ethical when choosing a psychic or a medium to talk to about these very sensitive things. What I did with this woman is I referred her to a counselor, because the thing is, she needed some coping skills that I couldn't give her. I can only heal her heart so much, but I am not a counselor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not any of these things. And she really needed some professional help. And so, if there's any psychic or mediums out there listening to this, or even anybody who's gone to see, a psychic or medium for these types of, readings or this type of information, just know that souls are always happy to the other side. And for those psychic or mediums, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but that traumatize these people with having to put them through those emotions all over again, I really think that people shouldn't do that. I think it's not up to us to do that kind of work. I think it's up to us to try to heal hearts, not try to traumatize them. And so, if you're looking for these types of answers, seriously, I would recommend that you go see a professional to try to cope with the emotional and devastating information that you've received about your loved ones that have passed, so that you could deal with them and that you could cope with them, and that you're not looking for, these answers that may never come to you through a psychic or medium. Like I say, some do talk, not all spirits do. They're so happy to the other side. They just want us to love them. They love us unconditionally, and they're always happy. I want to thank you so much for listening to this. It's a hard subject for me to broach, but sometimes I just think people need to know that we don't always have messages, no matter what it may be. Sometimes it's just a message that they're around and they love us. So please, if you're looking for a reading, really try to look for what you're looking for, not reading, and maybe be upfront with the person that's reading for you, because sometimes these expectations are really high and we don't want to disappoint people. Really, we're there to enlighten you and to make your journey on earth a little bit easier to live. I love you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening. And please, click on the bell above and follow my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.